Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Maku.
It's Kobayashi.
Another episode for Bleach. Go ahead and pop it off for us, Kobayashi.
Yeah, so for this episode of Bleach, it's just basically the backstory between Ichigo's dad and mother.
Yeah, that was pretty much the majority of it. I'll say maybe even 80% of it. This show was, or this episode specifically, was just a background towards Ichigo's mother.
But to start off this episode, Renji's talking to Oitsu, and Oitsu's just basically saying, you know, Ichigo, he needed to go back to the living world, back to Earth, to try to connect to his roots, because basically he cannot connect through the Asayuchi, because even like any Soul Reaper can connect to it, even Kenpachi, and he never so Ichigo, he returns home, he's in front of his dad's clinic, he sees his dad but runs away from him immediately, and he actually goes to his part-time job, and the lady, she just greets him like, oh, where have you been? You know, you've been missing work lately. But she realized like, oh, he's in a bad mood, so she's not there to badmouth him. She actually took him in, gave him some food, gave him a shower. But then his dad, he knocks on the door. She opens it, but no one was there, and then basically he's like very quick, like basically told Ichigo, let's go back home. And then Ichigo went back home, and that's when the backstory begins.
You get to see a repeated scene. You get to see it twice, but they're just from different perspectives and different points of view. So basically, the first time you see this, the first thing you see is Ichigo's mother, which was not known until they explained it a little further. Ichigo's mother healing his father, because once again, we'll explain it later on, because later on is where all the juicy details is at. But for the moment, it's literally just Ichigo's mother and Ichigo's father just talking to each other. That's it.
So the first part of the backstory, it actually takes place in the Soul Society, and we get to see Ichigo's dad, Ishin Shiba, that's his name. He's actually the Squad 10 captain at the time, and his lieutenant was Rangeku, and the third seat at the time was actually Hisagaya. And basically, there's this funny scene where he holds up Hisagaya like if he's a baby, saying, "Oh, you're gonna be a captain very soon." You know, saying like. But then Rangeku gets mad, said, "No, I should be a captain because I'm the lieutenant." And they both made the face like, "No, I think Toshiro's better."
Yeah.
But moving on to go ahead.
Oh yeah, but a little bit more onto that. He was very nonchalantly saying, "Oh yeah, I'm almost done unlocking my Bankai as well." Like he's being very nonchalant and really just kind of like taking it off too.
But moving on to the more serious part, Toshiro gives his captain last month's report, which involved like the world of the living, how Soul Reapers keep on dying over there, and he was like, oh, all right, I think I'm gonna head over there because it's actually serious. So he heads over there. But obviously, from the viewer point of side, we know is Aizen's doing. This is when Aizen's experimenting on the holifications and stuff. And basically, we actually you get to reveal lots of information in this.
Yep. You definitely see a lot of people that you might recognize from season 1. There was Gin. I believe there was a few other lieutenants. I kind of forgot their names.
Yeah, the other captains. So it was Gin, it was Tosin, and obviously Aizen. The trio is back.
Yeah. So yeah, you see them back together. They're just talking about what Kobayashi was stating beforehand, and then it then sort of just pans out to this the table, right? And
then we finally get to see Ichigo's mother's side. So her name is Masaki Kurosaki. So we get to see where Ichigo gets his last name from his mother's side. So she's in a table like Maku said, and next to her is her aunt, and the aunt is actually, what's that, Uryu's? Uryu's grandmother, I believe. And we get to see the aunt's actually really mad at Masaki, saying, "Oh, you need to be better, blah blah blah. You need to be more Quincy-like, I believe." And then Uryu's dad overhears everything, tells his mom to calm down. She's trying her best. And then the mom walks away, and then Uryu's dad's like, she's only hard on you because.
Yeah, she was just saying she was only hard on you because she wants you to do better.
But Masaki, Ichigo's mother, she realizes like, they're only doing this because they want to keep the Quincy blood like pure, because obviously the Quincy race is actually dying, so they want to keep it pure. I do kind of find it weird because I believe technically they are like cousins, I believe.
Yeah. I
But,
mean,
like,
that's how like most anime are. They want to keep it pure.
Yeah.
Take One Piece for example. They have the
Celestial Dragons. Yeah, that's what inbred. Anyways, but Uryu's dad, I forgot his name. Ryu. I want to say. He's very mature and like, just I like him. I like his whole
persona.
Yeah.
I got you.
Very mature. And we actually see Ichigo's mom in the scene. Do you know who the mom is?
Ichigo's mom.
No, not Ichigo's mom. Sorry, Uryu's mom.
Uryu's mom. No, I don't remember.
I won't spoil it, but she should.
Come familiar to me later on.
Yeah, like she does show up. She's like a background character. Kind of, but she's like kind of a important background character. It doesn't matter. But basically, Ishin, Ichigo's dad, he finally encounters the Hollow, and the Hollow's in fully black armor, but we know this Hollow, and Aizen called this Hollow, his name is White, even though he's in fully black. Very ironic. But the Hollow that he's fighting against looks like, but obviously it is, Ichigo's Hollow as well. Remember, the Hollow, he looks like Ichigo's like Vaste Lorde form with the horns and stuff.
Horns, long hair.
So that pretty much explains why Ichigo is also part Hollow and part every race.
Yeah.
in this backstory, we get to see why Ichigo's part Soul Reaper, Quincy, Hollow.
A dabble of everything,
Yeah. Human, obviously.
Yeah. In any case, so they're at this moment in time, Ichigo's dad is fighting this Vasto Lorde, or not Vasto Lorde. This Shinigami. Or not even Shinigami, because
it's a holified Shinigami.
Yeah.
It's just
like a upgraded version, right?
Aizen's experiment.
Essentially. So, but he started realizing, he's way more inept.
He's like a Menos Grande, but with like brain cells.
Yeah, essentially. So then later on, how we found out, how he created these espadas, right? Because after trial and error, he actually ended up creating these espadas, and that was just the first of many, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he ends up, while they're fighting, right? He ends up, he's losing the battle at this moment, right?
Ichigo's dad's losing the battle, yes.
Yeah. And then somehow, some way, Ichigo's mom is just walking down a dark aisle.
No, she actually beforehand she felt like the spiritual energy, like this vast amount of energy, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go help them." But Uryu's dad like tried to stop her. He's like, "No, the Soul Reapers, can take care of this. We must still stay hidden."
Yeah, you're right.
And then, but she's like, obviously, she gives me Orihime vibes. That's why Ichigo likes Orihime. She's like I want to say she's dumb like Orihime, because Orihime's kind of dumb. Even though she has good grades in school, that's not the point. But she's very like a helpful person, so she tries to help him. So this scene, while Ichigo's dad Shiba is struggling with the Hollow, Masaki pulls up, Ichigo's mother. She's just with barrages of arrows, and then she realized like, oh, this is not working. So she thought of something to counter the Hollow. In my opinion, I feel like it was very dumb, but it was effective. It was very dumb though.
Yeah, so essentially what ended up happening, got the meta Basso Lorde. He ended up luring it towards her, and so she just let it just bite her on the shoulder, and she ended up creating this bow and arrow, or like crossbow, out of like her fingers or whatever, and just ended up hitting him on the head.
Yeah, point blank.
Yeah, but what ended up happening is that this just decided to self-destruct. So that's when Ichigo's dad just ended up literally zooming down just to save not Orihime. Sorry, I'm already confusing them.
Masaki.
Right. And he ended up protecting her, and then that's where we're left off from the beginning, where there are two people on the street together and just talking to each other. So then this is where Masaki reveals to Ichigo's dad, I'm a Quincy. And she didn't know how he would actually take it. But obviously, we know how this goes. He didn't think too much of it. He said, oh, wow, you're a Quincy. Nice.
Yeah, your typical, ha ha ha.
Yeah, like
you're a Quincy.
You're the
Nice.
back of the head scratch,
Yeah.
Goku laugh, right?
Yeah, typical.
Yeah. So, obviously, she felt like joyous.
Yeah.
That
Some may also call Ichigo's dad the Wizard of Oz, but
Ew. Ew. In any case, that was pretty much it for the episode. Like I said, it was pretty much 80% the backstory. The other 20% was just the beginning. You guys can go ahead and let us know what you think about this episode, and did it come as to...
Actually, after the end credit scene, there was one portion scene. Did you see that scene?
No, I didn't. There was an end credit?
There was an end credit
Okay,
scene.
so I didn't see it.
So the end credit scene, we get to see. So the title of this video, and in the manga too, is called Everything But the Rain. So in the scene, it's raining obviously, and we get to see Uryu in the dark, just looking very like he's just thinking about stuff. And in the shadows, we get to see Hashua, or the Yu-Hawk's right hand man. You know, the blonde guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my favorite Quincy.
Right.
Him.
Yeah. Zabalance.
Love Violence.
Yeah.
I know that. I can't wait till he drops that line. Anyways, we get to see him lurking in the shadows. And what do you think will happen, or what do you think that encounter?
I kind of don't have I have like a smidgen of what I have. So not a smidgen of what I have, basically an idea of what's gonna happen. It's gonna go back to like how it was in season 1, where Ichigo and Uryu were like enemies essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So that's obviously like the main thing that I'm getting off of that. What can actually happen, beyond me.
But yeah,
Once again, guys, if you guys got any anime you would like us to talk about, please let us know. As always, my name is Maku,
Kobayashi.
and thank you.